Hello, everyone. Come on in, everybody. Welcome. Let's just do the things. Make sure. Cool, we are live. Let's get that message set. One sec. Nope, still can't pin them. That's all right. That is okay. We are going to have a good old time tonight, everybody. So we are going to do some date everything tonight. And then a little bit later, we're going to do some Stray Gods. Both of these are very cool, very cozy, very fun narrative games. Sorry, I'm just getting situated here. I was trying to hustle to get everything ready. I was down to the wire. One sec. Let me hydrate. Okay. That's much better. What's going on, JR? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome on in. So yeah, we're going to be playing some Date Everything tonight. We're doing a one shot. We'll probably do Date Everything up until about the break, and then I think we're going to switch over to Stray Gods because I was thinking about it, and I realized I'm so excited for Ghost of Yote, which will be starting on the Thursday night stream. I'm a big fan of Erika Ishii. I think they're an amazing voice actor, and they do a voice in this, and they also voice Hermes in Stray Gods. So I was thinking, you know what? This seems like a perfect time to do a little narrative expo and cover two both very narrative style games. People have compared them to a walking simulator, right? Even though that's kind of a diminutive term. This one is a dating sim, but it's, by and large, they treat them like visual novels, right? Stray Gods is a role-playing musical where you are playing through the game and you'll have different choices that come up, and depending on the choices you make, it will change the music that's playing. So I figured let's do one that is, honestly, in my opinion, one of the best, most inclusive dating sims, because very often in a lot of these types of games, right, it's push the buttons that make the people fall in love with you, or you give them gifts and hope and you get the right ones and you max out the relationship status and you win, right? This game, you know what? Let's just jump into it. So we are jumping in already in progress. I've played. We're about halfway through the game at this point. Good. I'm glad you're doing better. I know those allergies were hitting you kind of rough there, buddy. I'm doing well though. I'm doing well. I'm excited to get into this little expo we're doing tonight. Hey, by the way, for anybody hanging out in chat or watching this on the VOD, hopefully the VOD is going to be up on YouTube. I don't know if the music that we will have in this or in Stray Gods will get it demonetized or pulled down. Fingers crossed it doesn't. If it gets demonetized, that's fine. If it gets straight up stricken from the channel, well, we tried. But shout out to Team Evil 1991, my buddy JR here. He it's always awesome to have a friend and a regular come hang out. So date everything. You can see this is our house, right? To catch you up on the story, we got our degree in customer service, and we get a job at Valdivian, which is insert big tech/ship. It's kind of vague on what they do. They handle primarily customer service for shipped products. See Amazon-ish. Your first day on the job, you get replaced by AI, and you somehow, because this corporation is big enough, you slip through the cracks, and because they can't really find a good enough reason to terminate you, they basically just continue to pay you. And that's when you get a mysterious package delivered to your door from a man named Tinfoil Hat. This guy, who sends you this package that inside is a pair of sunglasses called the Dateviators. You put the Dateviators on like this, and suddenly the little reticle in the circle there, in the center, turns into a little heart. And then when you look around at things, it will highlight items in your house, and you can hold the trigger to shoot little love beams at them, and it turns them into cute people that you can then talk with and try to romance. What I like about this game more than anything is that there's 3 possible endings for each character, right? So we have the data decks here, and in it you can see there's Skylar, who is the Dateviators herself. You have your phone, you have the walls, you have the floor, you have the ceiling, you have the stairs, the doors, the windows, the curtain rods, right? The curtains and rods, rather. You have the table, you have the lights, right? Everything in the house is dateable, including some weirder ones, like you can date your water. You can date more abstract concepts like where is she? Somewhere is... Oh, here's a perfect example. There's a very cute thing that happens in the game. If you try to date your dresser, turns out it was a character that was cut from the game and becomes turns out it's a glitch that was never fully removed, and you can actualize this glitch into a person. We'll also look at there we go, Aaron. Oh, of course, JR. Pleasure as always. Hey, Life is Strange fans have to support each other, right? Aaron here is air. Literally, you will look at one of the vents overhead, and you can shoot love beams at it, and Aaron shows up. You can date the literal text box of the game. You can date the mascot of the dev team. This is developed by Sassy Chap Games. You can date the Sassy Chap. In order to do so, you date the devs. You go through, and on the credits, you shoot the love beams, and you play a little, and I kid you not, a 33 character long dating mini game with all of the devs, and depending on how well you do, is how the Sassy Chap responds. You can date the ghost of a woman who unfortunately passed away in this house and actualize her. You can date your existential dread. The list goes on and on. Your nightmares, the actualization of rejection itself. You can date microtransactions. You can date The DLC character Lucinda Limitless, well, Lucinda Lavish. And so you can see when these names turn gold like this, these are characters that we have realized. So at a certain point, when you get to a high enough stat score, I'll show you here. When you get your stats high enough, you can see that's where the bars are full is where our current stats are, and if they meet that yellow bar, then we can actualize them and turn them into a real living person. The game is very cute. It's full of puns. It has an absolutely star-studded cast. As you can see, there is 102 characters in the game. I personally really appreciate that when you go to the characters page, it will show you who the voice actor is right there. Everyone from Sungwon Cho to Adam Crossdell, who was Ignis in Final Fantasy 15. I've discovered a new recipe. That guy, that's the voice of the sassy chap, right? And then you have, occasionally you'll play through and you'll have these moments where you have collectibles that you'll find while talking to and dating the characters. You can hear, there's Aaron right there. Let's talk to Aaron, shall we?
I have taken notice of your exploits. Lately, you have been choosing to remain still, to breathe, to take in
This
the
is
world
very true.
around you. This pleases me.
So here's a fun little thing. In order to get Aaron to not be upset with you and to take notice of you, you have to take moments of pause and not speaking, which is the ellipses. So
You fall silent, choosing not to waste
choose
your
the
breath.
ellipses.
And Aaron too falls silent.
It's weird that it said new, because we have met her. So here's one of the moments of humor, right? All of the text boxes are all ellipses. So we continue through this. We continue breathing.
You could almost swear you can see the conflict within Aaron. She evaluates you in the silence, each of you unyielding. Could this be it? The culmination of whatever has been building between the two of you?
And there, whenever you see the hearts, that's when you know that you have gotten a character to fall in love with you, like this. Yay! Which then, whenever you get any kind of ending, because there's 3 different kinds of endings you can get, right? You can get a character to fall in love with you, to be friends with you, or to reject you. In this case, we got love, which will increase one of our 5 specs stats. You can see we have smarts, poise, empathy, charm, and sass. You can even see what those stats actually do. Each character will be based around one of the stats. So you want to try, in order to try and earn their admiration, you want to try to choose the answers that most fall in line with their primary stat. And then, of course, they have a little comedic explanation, right, of where you are at that point in that stat. You have sass, for example. Your remarks have revolutionized the topiary industry since they made shears obsolete because of her cutting words. You can see there's also, just below me here, these little candies, right? And there's markers where they are grayed out. We've gotten a few of the candies already. I think one, maybe two of them have been used already. And some of them we still have. What the candies do is this can take a hate ending. Well, that one in particular is a character that I've been talking to. So yes, it was rather quick, and normally there is much more of a choice, because in order to actually get Aaron to talk to you, you have to have chosen the ellipses. I want to say it's like 10 to 12 times in dialogue with other characters. Otherwise, if you try to talk to her, she just completely blows you off, pun intended. So you reach a certain point of choosing ellipses options through dialogue with other characters, and then eventually, when you've done enough, she has the conversation like we just had with her. Normally, there is a lot more buildup. It typically takes 4 to 5 interactions with a character before they'll actually come to a conclusion for their ending. Hello, Ree. Welcome, welcome. I am doing well, thank you. Hope you're doing well as well, darling. Welcome. Let's throw another shout out in there. Everybody go give Rhiannon a follow as well. She's Ree, you're doing Life is Strange Before the Storm right now, and Danganronpa, right, between the two, and then of course JR still doing the Life is Strange rankings, which are really fun, going over like everything Life is Strange. And so you can see, actually, let me move my camera here, chat. One sec. Where is the button? I need to find the button. There we go. There. That's a better spot. Up here. We'll be up in this corner today. Because you can see over on the right there, in the right corner, we have 5 hearts, right? And every heart you use advances time through the day. So today is Monday in-game, and we have 5 hearts. Every time we talk to a Dateable, it uses one of those hearts and progresses the day through. So let's find somebody that we haven't talked to yet, and you can see more of what that introduction looks like. Okay. We got to go to the question mark ones. Another thing that I really appreciate about this game is that, oh, there we go. I know this character. So as a heads up, I have played through this game fully, start to finish on Switch before. We're playing on hello, T. Welcome, welcome. Ninja, hello, welcome. How's it going, friends? Thank you so much for the raid. Hey, shout out to T. They were just playing a super cozy, comfy game. Thank you so much. Hello, Guy. Welcome on in, everybody. Let's give a shout out to T as well. They were just playing some comfy, cozy games. I was just yapping in their stream just before we went live, and almost was late because we're having fun. Yes, thank you so much. Hey, T, guess what? You have the honor of being the first ever streamer to raid me. So there you go. T is super cool. The chat here, super comfy, super cozy. Everybody here, super nice. Thank you so much for all the follows, for all the love, you guys. This really does truly mean the world to me. As we like to say on the channel, to quote Steph from Life is Strange True Colors, you mean the fucking world to me. Honestly, really and truly. We are getting ever closer. Can you be the first non-streamer to raid me? Sure, absolutely. I mean, hey, we love a good raid. Anyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome to the coziest corner of the internet. Um, sorry, there's so much chat. I'm not used to it moving super quick. Thank you so much for the follow to Yamuri, Quiet Ninja. Thank you guys. So yeah, we're running through. Hey, that's all right. Listen. I inflict the pain of my yapping on so many others. Turnabout is fair play, by all means. Yes, absolutely. Guy, thank you again for following. I did already see you in the list of followers. Sorry, if it takes me a second to catch up and you see me looking down a lot, it's because I have you guys on my phone here, because we're doing the entire stream from a PS5, so that's pretty cool. I don't have to use a PC, and so I just interact with all you guys on my mobile here. Thank you for the compliment on the voice, T. Yes, do me a favor, please do give Cosmic Teapots a follow. They are super awesome, also very comfy voice. It is a lot of fun, and here's the reason why I started streaming in the first place. We are having a good time. We're today is a lot more chill and more of so. Background for everybody in chat, for everybody watching on the VODs on YouTube, which do go live the next day, all at Triune System. If you put Triune System in on the internet and I'm there, I'm easy to find. But I did study, my college degree was in film, and part of that came with it. Yes, say hi to YouTube, everybody. Part of that was game design. So I mainly focused in writing and acting in college, but did learn game design as well as part of that. So sometimes we do a lot more yapping and breakdown on game design itself, which is what tonight is, where we're doing Date Everything, and then later we'll be doing Stray Gods, both of which, because this was said at the very, very beginning before all of you awesome people showed up, both of these games feature a ton of voice actors, this one and Stray Gods. Some very famous names. But key note, they both feature Erika Ishii as one of their voice actors. I'm a big fan of theirs, and they voice Atsu in Ghost of Yote, which we're going to be doing on Thursday. Thank you. I'm by no means a game designer, but I've peeked behind the curtain and learned how to do some of the things that awesome people do. Is this guy a wooden porch chair? The silhouette gives it away. Yes. So yes, Ashley Johnson also in this game. Ashley Johnson is actually, you know what? Let's go see Ashley Johnson, shall we? Chat, do you want to see Ashley Johnson? I want to see Ashley Johnson. Let's go talk to Ashley Johnson.
Well, hello, lover.
Bo. So Ashley voices Bo here, who is all of the cardboard boxes in the house, of which there are many.
Back for more.
Like I said, we are taking part mid playthrough. We're about at the 50% point in this game. In this playthrough. So there's some people that we've already had the love ending with. There's a couple that we've already had friends endings with. I don't think we have any hate endings yet, hoping that we keep it that way. Oh, you've never seen this game, Ninja? This game is super fun. So let's see here. Always up for another adventure. You know what, chat? Hang on one sec. Let me see if I can change the overlay. We're going to move you to center left, chat. There we go. just because I realized we had everything set up for Horizon, and that was a good placement. And now chat pops up on screen in the VODs as well as on my screen, and I need to be able to see the right there. But that's okay. Please yap away. There we go. She's the spark in our life. That's correct. No, you want to see sparks. Let's go. We'll see some sparks here. So we're not ready to realize Bo yet. So one of the things that you can do with these date viators that you get, right, that realize all of the objects and turn them into people.
The best ancient fertility rites.
Yes, we'll go see some sparks here in just a second.
New discoveries.
So, oh yeah, shout out to Erika Ishii in Game Changer 2. They're wonderfully funny. So, chat, do you want to see some sparks? I wonder what this button do.
You walk into what you thought was your breaker box, but as the dark door swings open, you realize you're somewhere entirely more stimulating. A classic speakeasy club welcomes you in. The low electric lights glow warmly. Live music drifts languidly from a sumptuous velvet red stage and envelops the audience in a...
Meeting Ashley would probably be super dope. I unfortunately have never met any of the cast of Critical Role myself, but, well, I take that back. I've met Robbie Damon, who actually is on the dev team for this. He was one of the voice directors for this.
The gentle clink of cocktails in glasses rises from a wood bar to the left of you, and then a gentleman with a languid, easy air to him approaches you.
Well now, what a delightful surprise.
Chat, you're welcome. Go ahead. Drink it in.
Brand
Oh,
new patron.
and this isn't the only friendo here. Yeah, oh no, he's hot. I live here, actually.
Really? Are you sure? I find that hard to believe, since this is the first time I've seen you here. Trust me, I would never forget such a striking face.
Me? Chat?
Oh yes, distractingly so. I imagine it would be quite difficult to focus on anything else with you around.
Breaker? I hardly know her.
Though,
Hey, you brought her,
that's
you
what I
breaker.
mind.
Good joke, streamer.
You have quite the reputation around the house, live wire. I'm eager to explore it for myself.
Fair warning. As I said a little bit ago, this game is extremely punny,
But
which
we're
I am
getting ahead of
here for.
ourselves. Where are my manners? My name is Volt.
Case in point. The breaker box man is named Volt.
He extends a hand towards you, a conduit of pure, dangerous sexual energy that charges the very air between you.
Chat, what do we think? He sure did give you a shock. That's right. Do we take Volt's hand or don't take Volt's hand? I mean, the game is called Date Everything. Who doesn't love a little danger? Let's see what shocking things unfold, shall we?
He lowers his head to brush his lips across the back of your hand. Was that a spark of static electricity you felt just now?
It's a pleasure to officially make your acquaintance.
Taking his eyes from you for the first time, Volt slips his arm around your waist and turns you slowly to take in the rest of the room.
Welcome to the Breaker Box, the pinnacle
A truly
of
positive
luxury and
situation.
entertainment,
Indeed.
and the most
I can't see
exclusive
anything
club in the
negative about
house.
this man.
Impressive, isn't it?
So here's the fun bit with the dialogue choices, right? As with most dating sims, there is usually the, increase the affection answer. There's one that's like the mid-tier answer, and there's the one that kind of puts them off. Oh, awesome. Hey, thank you so much, Rhiannon. Hope you have fun with your stream. Thank you very much. And I'm sure if you're still there when we're done here, then we'll come on over there. So there's very clearly different options for dialogue, right? Let's just at this point, like I said, it's an exposition. We're gonna try to get love endings, but
That sound,
you know,
the flickering lights.
I like to
can
think that we
only be a
live
power
with our
fluctuation.
decisions, right? That's how these narrative games go. He for sure flipped my switches. Hey, I love it, Ninja. Please, by all means, pun away. This is the perfect game to do it.
We are saucy, aren't we, Livewire? Well, that was
Oh, and
nothing,
that's his
just a
pet
little
name for
surge.
us.
With this much
Livewire.
energy coursing around, it's bound to happen from time to time. Volt.
There we go. So, chat, it's a twofer. Because, and I cannot stress this enough, like I said, this game is very inclusive. It is welcoming of all genders, all sexualities across the spectrum, including being one of the few games that is also poly-friendly. So you can date everything, and everyone is chill with it. There's nobody that's like, no, you're mine and mine only. Everyone's like, yeah, like, you know, if Bo the Box could date Eddie and Volt, they probably would too. In fact, one of the characters that you meet in the game, your office supplies, Penelope, you actually are kind of coaching her on dating other objects, only for her to realize that you've been trying to hype yourself up to get her to date you. So this is Eddie. Again, the pun based off of Eddie Currents, right?
This newcomer looks exhausted, frustrated, and annoyed. His sleeves are rolled to the elbow, revealing calloused and bruised hands that he wipes on a rag.
Eddie! Just in time to meet our guest.
It's all just carbon dating. True. We are dating carbon-based life forms. Well, kind of. You just missed Aaron, who is air. You can date the air.
The human? What are they doing here? I'd imagine if we don't poison the mood, they'll be joining us for the headliner show. Joining us for tonight's show, I hope?
So here's one of the things. I'm sure Aaron would sweep me off my feet. Funny enough, can you date dirt? No. Technically not. But you can date a dust bunny. We can go meet the dust bunny next if you'd like. And funny enough about the sweeping off the feet, that's actually something you can bring up to Hoove, your vacuum cleaner, and ask if you can date a broom. And he's like, why would you need a broom? I'm here. Yes. And it is a pun. Now what I do remember about these two is you don't want to show like affection to one over the other while they're both there. Because, and I'm going to let you in on a secret here, chat, Eddie and Volt, they were roommates.
Unless you have other plans. We'll have to work on that enthusiasm. Right. We'll have fun
Yes.
with that.
Roommates. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I finished the patch. I'm clocking out. Not my best work, but it'll hold for the show. Ah, I see. And you're sure you're feeling all right? I'm fine. Just don't overdo it.
Eddie turns and trudges away, focusing on the rag in his hands.
So I'm going to do my best not to give away spoilers for what happens with these characters, because honestly, the game isn't like super expensive. I want to say I don't remember if it was full price or if I got it on sale, but I want to say it was like $30, which is not bad because I've already clocked 17 hours into this game on this playthrough, and we're only halfway through. That's a pretty good ROI, right? We've talked about return of investment before on this channel. If you spend $5 for an hour of fun, that's usually a pretty good return of investment, right? You can't buy a cup of coffee for $5 these days. So if it's $30 and I got 6 hours of fun, that's a pretty good deal to me, I think.
That certainly is
but
one
this
word
game
for
does
Eddie,
go on
yes.
sale all the time. Yes, you can also, if you pay close attention to the puns, you can figure out where the relationship is going to go.
His
In
human
most
skills
cases,
leave something to be
there are a
desired.
couple of
Best to
curveballs,
simply give him some space.
which actually leads me.
Back to the matter
We'll
at
finish up the
hand.
date
Tonight's
with.
show.
Yes,
Shall I
thank
set you
you,
up at one of our
thank you, T.
VIP
It is
tables?
currently 20% off on Steam, so you can pick it up for $24. Can you date a curveball? You can't date a curveball, but you can date a number of balls of various sports types. That is Dunk is his name, short for Duncan, like dunk a basketball. He is all of the various sports and workout equipment. So
You
we'll
are,
finish
by
up the
definition,
date
only
with
person in this house, so I'd say
Eddie
you
and
more
Volt
than
here.
qualify.
To get into the next topic that I wanted to talk about that I really appreciate with this game and that I've seen in a few other narrative games,
Shall I set you up at one of our VIP tables?
but one that I particularly am really happy that they included. Let's just have him lead on.
With a wink, Volt hops nimbly up onto the stage. He was born for the spotlight.
Good evening, you scofflaws and ducky watsits.
Whoa, we dropping a hard D on stream? Volt, buddy, hang on. We can't be hard D duckies on. You got to stay in game.
Looks like Johnny Splash is going to be singing for us tonight. Be warned, patrons, you might get wet.
Oh my.
Oh.
So that's Cam, the garbage can. He's a trash man.
Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny Splash.
Now, you can see here's one of the other cool things. You will very often get rumors in this game. That is ROOMERS, roomers. Where when oh no, why is my trash hot? Listen, T, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everyone in this game is hot, including the little tiny pirate man that lives in the ship in the bottle. All of them are beautiful. So this is our shower, Johnny Splash. He's something of an
I got a
Elvis
song for you all
impersonator.
tonight. One from the heart. And tonight it'll be a cappella, because my voice is the greatest instrument of them all. I keep a close watch on the shower of mine. I keep my forces free of stain and grind. I scrub the ground from the tiles between lines. I be closer. I'll wash the
He is pretty great.
That's amazing, baby. I even surprised myself.
It's like an angel is blessing us. Yes.
I've seen many bombs in my time, but that one takes the crook-blasted cake.
So this is Luke Nukem. Anybody want to guess what Luke is?
Oof. Even I couldn't clean up that mess.
There's Hoove.
You didn't like it? It
Oh,
was okay.
T.
I'll retool it and come back with something.
There's
better.
102 datables in this game. Well, there's 100 in the base game. And then if you get it's like $5 or something for the DLC, which includes Mikey Transaction, the datable microtransaction, and Lucinda Lucinda Lavish, who's the self-proclaimed best character in the game. So that brings it to 102.
With the club beginning to close down,
Would it-
it appears that the
Ninja,
show
would it
is
help the
over.
Hot Man Overload if
Patrons, you spot
we saw some
Eddie
hot
nursing
women?
a solitary cocktail at the bar. Volt is nowhere to be found. Things feel colder and quieter without his presence.
Now, it's only right that we speak with Eddie, right?
Show's over. Club's closed.
And Eddie is
Why?
very
I
tsundere,
wasn't
we'll say,
happy. You
right?
can go now. Are you always this oblivious?
Yeah, kinda. Kinda.
Then allow me to make it perfectly clear.
So you can't date an explosion, but you can date your fire alarm, who does get too overwhelmed and gets a little too into the thrill of exhilaration and having something to do, and lights the house on fire. So
Get
not an explosion.
out.
Okay, well, so that's what happened here, because we were dating Arma, the fire alarm, and in a fit of wanting to do something, Arma set the wall on fire. Thankfully, we put it out. What did I say we were going to do? Oh, right. We were finishing up that date so that I could talk about one of the other things that I really appreciate with this game. And that is that Skylar, the date viators that we're wearing that turn things into people, has a content aware setting. And anytime there is something that is potentially triggering or problematic in a character, Skylar shows up on screen and goes, whoa, hey, this character has a lot of things in their story that have to do with X, Y, or Z. Are you okay with that? And you can choose yes or no. And if you choose no, then she just goes, cool, no problem. Pulls the character to the side and says, what ending would you like to have with them? So that if you're trying to chase the, get everyone to love you, be friends with everybody, get everybody to hate you, whatever ending you're trying to go with, you can just select and skip through all of that problematic stuff, because safe gaming is good, right? Anytime that you have problematic, potentially triggering material, a perfect case of example, Arma there has issues with depression and issues with trauma, having been the smoke alarm and watched the neighbor's house burn down years ago, and one of the people not make it out, and that's what kind of triggers her. And so you can just go, you know what, that seems like a lot, and I'd rather just skip to the ending with her. And you can do that, and the game doesn't penalize you for that in any way. Those candies that I talked about in our specs stats, right? The little blue and the green candies there next to those stats, you get those from Keith, the key that you find, because normally when you start the game, you have the attic here, which is locked. And you can't get through it until you find the key, which is Keith, which you find in the house. I won't give it away, but you find him. Keith is actually a master manipulator because he's a key. Get it? He knows how to get people to open up. And he's very manipulative, especially to you, the player. And with the first time you talk to Keith, they pop up and they're like, hey, this guy is really terrible. Do you want to talk to him? And you could just be like, nah, I don't want that trauma. And you can just skip, which is great. But one of the things I was talking about with the rumors earlier, by the way, if this is your first time checking in on a stream, fair warning, I do have ADHD. We do go on tangents. We do get frequently sidetracked and distracted, but isn't that all streamers? Am I right? So you get these rumors. As you're talking to other people in the house, they will make mention of somebody, which is super cool that even though you haven't played the game before, they try to help you like, hey, here's another possible person to find. Yes, twinsies. Hell yeah. Up top. There you go. Let me catch up here right quick. No jokes about slamming the door? Oh, no. Oh.
Work or play?
Anybody recognize that voice?
Closets, where secrets are kept. You like it when I'm horizontal like this?
Has anybody played Final Fantasy 16? Because that is Dorian. Correct. That is Clive Rossfield's voice actor, Ben Starr, who voices Dorian. We've already gotten the full love ending with Dorian, which is actually really fun because there are 17 doors in the house. And when you first... Dorian is the second person you talk to in the game. Skylar is the first, who's the glasses. And the second one you meet is Dorian, the door. And Dorian instantly friend zones you and is like, I don't do love, I don't do any of that. Yeah, we absolutely slam doors, especially because as you talk to different Dorians, you have the front door, you have the back door, who's facing away from you because he's the back door. There's a little kitchen cupboard door, and there's the trap Dorian. Yeah, we slam doors in this house. Consensually. Yeah, trap Dorian. That's your boy right there. I'll leave it to you to discuss what you and Trap Dorian do. You know. How about the stairs? The stairs. So the stairs are super fun. In a kind of cringe way. This is Stella, your staircase. Stella, and here's another fun thing about the game, which thank you for reminding me. Every time you have a conversation with one of the datables, they give you a little rundown right there of what happened in that conversation, which I love that they like, oh, right, I've talked to 30 different items and I don't know what was said last time. So every time you have a conversation, they give you more of the little, elevator pitch of here's what you talked about last time. Here's what happened. Stella is in the middle of a pyramid scheme. And if you try to convince her out of it, she gets real upset. I've only gotten 2 endings with her, one where she hates me and one where she loves me. Unfortunately, I don't entirely know how, but you also have Celia and Florence, the ceiling and the floor. This is the mayor of the house. This is her secretary. They are in love with each other, but neither one will say it. And T, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Shout out to T once again. Go drop them a follow and go hang out in their chat sometime soon. It's a good time. You might even find me in there yapping away. So you're meant to try and get Stella, Celia, and Florence all in a relationship together with you, kind of. I don't entirely know how. To be honest, Stella is very difficult of a person to get any kind of getting along with. But we got the love ending with her in this one, and I was like, you know what? That's fine. Somehow or another, we're kind of stuck in an endless loop with Celia and Florence now, where we can't really get an ending with them. I don't know why. I don't know how. It happens. Hey, do you remember 10 minutes ago when I talked about dating Dust? let's see what dust looks like.
You see a curvy, grey-haired beauty dressed in an outfit reminiscent of a famous old gentleman's magazine. She winces at the bright light you've brought with you. A cute, bunny-shaped creature is clutched in her arms.
I love that they made her like the quintessential, Playboy bunny type look. That was one of my favorite puns where I was like, oh, a dust bunny.
Oh, my goodness, that is bright. Startled me a bit there, honey.
And she's got that twang. Yeah, from now on, you're going to think twice about every single dust bunny you encounter. Dust in the eye, you just be like, you know what? She's good right there.
It's all right. My name's Dolly, and I'm a dust bunny. I live under this big old couch.
I also love that the dust bunny she's holding there is her pet.
Well, I live lots of places.
You get 2 dust
I
bunnies
suppose
for
you
the
could
price
say
of
I'm
one.
a bunny of the world. The floors of the world, at least. And this here's my little companion, Lint Eastwood.
Yeah. I love Lint Eastwood. I've only known Lint Eastwood for 5 seconds, but I know that if anything happened to him, I would cut the stream.
She holds the little creature up.
Put a finer point on it, why don't you, honey? My stars. I didn't know I had a sweet talker on my hands.
I don't know about sweet talker.
I'll be honest with you. Flirting
do.
isn't my love
I do a
language.
lot.
I'm a bunny who is more than she appears.
That's right, chat. She's not just cute. She's also smart.
It's all right, honey. I'm easygoing. You got something for me, or should I get back to work?
It is impossible. I know. It feels impossible, but here we are. Not just that. She's not just smart. She's actually a teacher. A history teacher. Because she's dust. She's been around forever. Sure.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
See, it's been long enough since I played this that I don't remember most of the things to try to get to a love ending. So we get what we get, everybody.
I'll be right here warming myself by the fireplace if you want to come back through sometime. I'd sure like to see you again.
Right? It makes you rethink. Showers are kind of necessary. But before you shower, just remember, that's a little bit of Dolly with you everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How many... there's one thing that we need to check here because... And this is where it gets meta, right? Let's go through and we need to find Text Box Chan. Because, and I say this with all sincerity, when they say everything, you can date everything. Text Box Chan here is the actual UI of the game. Last time we saw her 80 datables. So, Text Box Chan has a thing where she needs you to have awakened or talked to a certain number of datables. The total number there is the sunglasses down on the left. So we have talked to 64 right now. And if ever you're unsure if it's the correct number, you can always just drop a save. and it will tell you the sunglasses number on your save file right there, 64. The little person number is the number that we've awakened and turned into real living people. So, and now you can see, here's the cool effects, right? Like I said, every time, oh, there's Erin. Hi, Erin. Chat, everybody say hi to Erin. She takes my breath away. Every time we use our date beaters to talk to somebody, we lose one of our 5 hearts for the day, which is how many people we can talk to, which also advances time. So you have morning, midday, afternoon, evening, and nighttime. And as you do that, you have different atmospheres, right? And here's my favorite bit. You can interact with things like turning on the lights with the glasses on and off, right? Just like that. But as you saw when we did to Dorian,
shine on, Luxie.
If you do it with the date beaters on,
yo, it's great to see you. Come people watch with us sometime.
Nice to see ya, looker.
if you do it with the date beaters, they'll talk to you. If you've awakened them and gotten an ending with them, it doesn't matter what.
Hey, it's the gnarliest rub around.
And sometimes they will even move, which, I'm not going to lie, scared the bejesus out of me the first time it happened. And then whenever you awaken an object, like we did with Sinclair here, they'll do this gold shine. So eventually, you reach a point where the whole house just starts shining gold like this. Let's see. Is there a problematic datable that we haven't talked to yet? I don't think we've talked to Harper yet. Harper and Dirk, which I know we had some Ashley Johnson fans. Are there any fans of Laura Bailey in chat? I don't believe we've talked to Harper. Nope, there they are. Never mind. So, one downside, which not even really a downside, right? Once you've talked to a dateable and you've chosen whether or not to Laura Bailey, it should sound familiar. She's also in Critical Role. So Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson, both members of Critical Role. Of course, you might know them from Legend of Vox Machina as well on Amazon. I believe all but 2 cast members of Critical Role are in this game. And even some that you may recognize from other things, like Johnny Yong Bosch here, who's Ichigo in Bleach. He was also Adam, the second Black Ranger in Power Rangers. So that's pretty cool. We did talk to them already, and we chose the love ending, but not to break them up. They are one of the toxic relationships you can find in this. They are terrible with each other. I am a well of information, thank you. I like to think so. I've, having been an actor and specifically really enjoying voice acting, which is why I tend to keep this more, calm, soothing tone when I can. It means that I follow a lot of voice actors. It means that I'm very familiar with their career. And one of my idiosyncrasy hyper-focuses is knowing who does what voices. I don't know if there's any more problematic people in our data decks that we can show off the content-aware function. I don't remember now. How did I get into voice acting? So I never did any I've done professional voice acting in that I have received payment for putting my voice into a project. That said, it is probably a project that none of you will ever see because it was primarily with students and other indie filmmakers in my area when I was in film school. A voice off? Hey, I mean, my voice is pretty regularly out there on the internet. I don't know if I necessarily have as many impressions in me as I used to. But I'll try anything once, and if I like it, I'll keep doing it. Shout out to Dorian. Let's see here. Where is one of the datables that is somewhat problematic that we can show you the content aware? I think I might have talked to all of them already. You can only do one voice? Which one? Yours? Hey, I'm sure it's a good voice. To thine own self be true, you know? Who is this? Oh, right. I remember who these are. Yeah. I remember. I honest to God don't remember if there's any more problematic people. I might have gotten them all out of the way, which, you know, when I was playing this before, I didn't really think about it. You have two voices, energetic and normal. I like to say that my voice has two modes, off and on. And sometimes it can be really super excited and like super energetic and very outgoing. And sometimes it can be that like, hey, but that's just a theory, a game theory. And sometimes it's much more calm and I'm just, you know, I can go a long time without any speaking. Yeah, I don't think... What's up, Cad? How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Get comfy, get cozy. It's going great. We are doing an expo in Date Everything, and then a little bit later on, we're going to be doing Stray Gods, a role-playing game musical, which is a collection of words I never thought I would say in my lifetime, but man, I'm real glad it exists. Yeah, I think we went through all the problematic ones. So you'll just have to take my word for it that the content aware is a thing that exists. Let's see. We talked to the Dust Bunny. Should we, you know, we did start off this stream by promising Chekhov's Erika Ishii. And so you can't talk about Chekhov's Erika Ishii in the first act and not show it in the third. So, chat, brace yourselves. Voice of Atsu from Ghost of Yote themselves, I give you Erika Ishii as Ben Hua.
Hello, lover. Ooh, you've got that devious little gleam in your eye.
You hear the soundtrack? Benoit is exactly what you think. No, you didn't brace yourself enough. Yeah, it's kept in the nightstand drawer right next to the bed. Benoit here is a very specific item that shares exactly that name. For the purposes of the VODs, I won't explain to you what that is. I will leave it for you to Google on your own. But if you look up Benoit, you'll get there. And they are one of the characters that is hypersexual, being that they are what they are.
For you, always. But why stop at a
Exactly.
cookie?
The sleeve ruffles say it all. Kind of looks like a bat dragon I saw once.
Forget stars, honey. I'm gonna make you see galaxies.
No one knows your intricate needs better than Benoit. You see galaxies, the universe, and, exhausted and sated, reluctantly leave them be.
So there you go. That's Erika Ishii in Date Everything. Technically a hidden character, in that you have to open this drawer to find them. But if you're running around the house, opening everything and trying to, like, see what you can talk to, you find them pretty easily. Sorry, Betty. Also, I talked about Dina earlier, the dresser that was a cut character from the game that turns out to be a glitch. It's a whole long quest. One of the cool things you can do by talking to Dina or Damon, they kind of go back and forth, eventually you help them get out of the house and they go get their own house, and they leave it open for you to be able to get out of your house as well, like this. Like this. Hello? Game? Are you gonna... There we go. So, quick out-of-bounds strats. That's right, we're outside now. You're not supposed to be out here. In fact, well, not supposed to. It is a programmed-in exploit to be able to get out of the house. You know, I wish we could date the tree. It unfortunately does nothing. Because you're not technically supposed to be outside, because the only way that you get outside is by dating a glitch, and the glitch leaves a back door out of the house. And not like Dorian the back door, but like a different one. But you do get these fun things. So if you look in the corner there, you have the square button, which you can just push and will give you a little explanation of the thing. So when bushes grow up, they become trees. That's just science. Milk, oranges, unwritten description of a tree. Oh, that one's unchecked. Chocolate-covered pretzels. These fences are on strike. Just look at their picket line. And then eventually you relocate Damon into the house across the street. Look both ways, chat. Everybody got your buddy? So Damon, or Dina, moves into this house across the street. And that's where they live now. Fun fact, this getting out of the house, you can actually get a cool achievement and trophy by not only getting out of the house, but then dying in-game by getting hit by a car. The game devs actually programmed it so it's not just atmospheric, but you can actually, that's the only way to die in-game. Okay, so we are out of hearts for the day. So, we'll Triune. I want to see more cute people. Well, chat. All we have to do is sleep with Betty. Yeah, they are a little bit of a doormat. Hey, shout out to the doormat. We don't have one. Actually, we do. But it's out front. And here's the other cool thing about this game. It is a narrative game that you can take at your own pace, right? You can just talk to one datable every day. Like, you pick 5 different datables, and you just talk to those 5 every day until you've gotten the ending you want. And then you move on to another 5, and another 5, and another 5, right? But you can actually, I believe the speed run for this game is like 30 seconds. Because you start the game in your office here, and then you get the date viators at your front door, and then you can actually leave your house without talking to anyone. Because the moment that you walk through that front door, the game ends and credits roll. Now, of course, the purpose is to date everything. So, That's what we're here to do. But maybe we'll end the game before we switch over towards the break. Also fun touch, every time you awaken a Dateable and they become realized, you get a little picture of them on your bulletin board. Except for some of them are Easter eggs, like there's Damon or Dina. Keith, his photo winds up in the trash because that's what he is. Not to be confused with Cam. Cam is a garbage can. Keith is trash. There is a difference. Another fun thing. So if you look at the plants, the decorations around, the pictures, right? None of these are here when you start the game. Your house looks like it's been empty, basically. Like all of these little decorations, the photos, none of it's there. You actually have to do a number of quests, like talking to Art, the artwork, and him showing you pictures that you hang up around the house. You have to talk to Lady Memoria, all of your memories, the concept of your life of memories, and choose things to either keep and hang up or things that you're willing to get rid of. In order to decorate the house with plants, you have to talk to this little plastic flower and encourage her and help her with all of these weird things that she wants to do to try to help her become a real plant. And in so doing, you help her become a number of real living plants in the house. So the game is actually very sweet. You want to root for these characters. You want to help them become better. You want to help them become what they've always dreamed to be. And then you add that extra level of realization that happens. Speaking of, did I save anyone that was ready to be realized? I don't think so, but let's find out. We definitely don't have enough for Phoenicia. Is Dorian ready? Ninja, thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you really and truly. Thank you so much. I do always try to be informative, and I do yap a lot. And thank you so much. You're welcome anytime, my friend. Let's see. Do we have anybody that is ready to be realized? I don't think we have enough. Well, unless... Nope. So here's an example of what I was talking about with the stats, right? With your specs points. The color that is filled in is where we're at. The yellow line is where we need to be. And if you have enough, then it'll go over the line and the bar will turn yellow like that. I don't know if I have anyone who's ready to be awakened, unfortunately. I didn't think that far ahead. I should have, but, you know, here we are. Maybe? Nope. Dasha is definitely not. Well, I thought we'd have at least one. So unfortunately, here's well, it's not really unfortunate, but in order to get to the point where you can awaken Datables, you have to have reached a conclusion with enough Datables, because every single one will give you 5 points in whatever their respective chosen stat is. So if you can see under Bobby Pin's symbol there is the little sass face. So whenever you reach an ending, whether love, friendship, or hate, it doesn't matter. Whatever ending you get, you will get 5 points in that stat. which I also appreciate as a gamer, right? Yes, Bobby Pin. Bobby Pin is one of my favorite datables because they fancy themselves a mobster because they get vacuumed up by Hoove, the vacuum, and bent out of shape. So they're no longer on the straight and narrow. And Bobby here, they have plans for all these various heists and things that they want to pull, all these different scams. And every time they're like, all right, meet me where business is handled. And they move from place to place. So you have to then go find Bobby in the office. Or they say, I'll meet you where the money is. And you have to go find them at the safe. So it's a nice little touch that, not every object stays in place. Does it leave a little bit of a terrifying idea that these characters are moving around your house? Maybe. I don't think I have anybody who's ready to awaken. I thought we'd have at least one by now. Because I wanted to show that part off to everybody. Maybe Keith. God. Nope, not even Keith. Mikey, I know, is not. And these ones are all ones that we don't have an ending with. Well, let's awaken some more datables then. Any fans of Demon Slayer watching tonight? Not entirely sure who I bumped into there. You know what? I don't think we have an ending with the Hanks yet. Let's talk to the Hanks.
Yo, yo, yo! Homie's back in the house! The dope daredevil, the radical risk taker, the boss importer! Make yourself comfortable, gorgeous.
Remember when I said poly-friendly? You can date all 5 of the Hanks at once.
Right? Isn't the adrenaline so addicting? Pump it into my throbbing veins!
Oh my.
Anyway, don't mind us, Broseph. We're just inspecting our equipment for today's epic outing.
To answer your question, Yamari, yes. All of them.
It's gonna be so freaking epic, dog!
Hank isn't so much of... The Hanks themselves are not so much of leaders or followers. They're a conglomerate of extreme sports enjoyers. Because being hangers, their favorite sport is... Their favorite extreme activity is...
Got any equipment you need us to inspect? I promise we're there.
Any guesses?
Oh, we'll be more than happy to check everything out. Don't you worry. Gotta make sure all your gear is in optimal condition. Safety slaps!
Well, we will show you what their favorite activity is.
If we're gonna catch the good thermal spam.
Did you see them hanking around the place? True, true.
Paragliding, homie.
Their favorite sport is hang gliding because they're
exhilarating pursuit,
hangers,
allowing us to soar through the skies like Stickerus himself, feeling the rush of the wind as it caresses your face. High key slaps, dog.
They're like, Aaron, they do get a real lift out of her.
It's gonna be totally worth it. Even though we might not all come back.
So,
no, we're definitely all gonna come back. What a kidder.
Earlier talking with the Hanks on a previous interaction, you find out that there was a sixth Hank.
Red Bull would never have us do something dangerous.
And he didn't make it. We don't know what exactly happened.
There's legit nothing to be concerned about, Em.
Oh, also, they're sponsored by Red Bull. Not Bull. Bowl. As in Red Bowls. Yeah. The Hanks do be getting lost. Especially when you go to hang up laundry. That's when they seem to get lost the easiest. Because there's just not enough of them there, and you're sure that you had enough for all of your clothes.
And there's no team if something dangerous happens to one of us. We're irreplaceable! Except for Hank's number 6, and Hank's number 7, and Hank's number 8. Look, sometimes you and 7 of your friends go air duct luging or extreme hot dog eating, and only 5 of you come back. That's totally normal! It's normal. Look, we don't know what kind of Discord you're trying to set up here, bro. Our sponsor would never let something bad happen to us. Because we value our individual contributions to this team.
Remember, chat, if a corporation wants to sponsor you, they have your best interests at heart, and they mean well, and they want to see you succeed more than they want money. By the way, this stream's sponsored by Honey. Hey, do you want to join a multi-level marketing stream that doesn't pay their content producers? Honey is a site that's been sued by a lot of people. Yes, you truly do date everything, JR. Except Disney. And Honey.
Well, they value something.
Do you think these guys used to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends?
You get what we're spitting, dog? You care. And we see that, homie. Facts!
Shout out to the homies.
So what do you say? Gonna come paraglide with us?
Oh, I clicked X too fast there. Sorry.
Out like some kind of lame-o.
We didn't come here to be a lame-o.
Make sure you're totally pumped and ready to push yourself to the limit. Forget your fears and let the rush of adrenaline fuel your flight. Let's go catch some epic thermals, playa!
Yeah, probably a good majority. At least I remember a fair number of content creators I've seen talking about Raid Shadow Legends when that was happening. And weird how none of them talk about it anymore, isn't it? Have we talked to Mateo yet? Do we have any Fur Baby fans? Anybody like Aminals? I don't see him. Maybe he is. Okay, we have not talked to Mateo yet. Let's meet Mateo.
Davey! Davey! Come on, Davey, what'd you get off to now?
Mateo's very sweet.
Davey? I hope he's alright. Oh, hey! I'm sorry, I didn't even see you. I hope you haven't been here too long. I'm Mateo. Mateo Manta.
Oh, blanket.
Who's ready to get comfy, get cozy
I've
with
just been
Mateo?
so focused on finding Davy. This is the second time he's wandered off this week. I'm starting to get really worried. Davy's one of my rescues, a young knit bull that I found trapped in the office a few months ago. You wouldn't happen to have seen him around, would you?
What is a knit bull?
He's about an inch tall, hand-dyed, fingering weight, even though he acts like he's worsted, and it's always getting him into trouble. I just keep thinking about him all tangled up somewhere again, trapped and alone. He was in pretty rough shape when I found him the first time. No telling how long he'd been there. He was so frayed I wasn't sure if I'd be able to put him back together.
Not afraid. Frayed.
Yeah, he did. He's a real trooper. After a few weeks, he bounced right back and was running around with the rest of the tassel hounds.
A knit bull. And tassel hounds. But you said he keeps going missing?
It's become a pretty regular thing with him. He gets on great with the other tassel hounds, and he seems pretty trusting despite what he's been through. But for some reason, he just wanders off whenever you're not looking. It's almost like he waits until I've got my threads full with something else, and then he disappears for a few days.
Sometimes it do be that way.
A small creature that looks rather like a black cat rubs up against Mateo's leg, meowing for his attention.
Any kitty enjoyers in chat? Drop your kitty emotes. There you go, chat. There's some kitty emotes for you.
Speaking of handfuls... Aw, don't worry, Sprite. It's not your fault Davy ran off, I promise. He'll be back soon, okay?
He bends down to pick up the small creature.
Still a cat. Technically, this one not actually a real cat, so no allergies. Upside. This is, if you look at the tail right there, it's a Cat 5 cable. Because puns.
Oh, this is Sprite, one of the first inanimals I ever rescued.
You know, I think you are right, Yamari. I think it is a USB. I think the joke they were intending was a Cat 5 cable, and they just went with a bunch of cables. They probably changed it to a USB because they were like, nobody's going to remember what a Cat 5 cable is unless you worked in like tech support and network development.
Yeah, sweet girl. Been together a long time
But
now,
people use
huh?
AV cords, or used to, and people use USB cords, so they went with that.
Long enough for you to know better than to
Oh,
be
see,
messing
well,
with curtain rod.
you would recognize a Cat 5 cable, as would many of us, but they have Cat 7 cable. See, it's been a long time since I've done any kind of tech support or network development, so I'm way out of practice. They didn't have that when I was coming up.
Oh, really? I guess the bottom of those curtains just tore themselves up then, huh?
And I'm sure Kurt and Rod are very excited about what Sprite did to them.
Don't let her fool you. She's a little mischief maker. She'll get you every time. I mean, who can stay mad at that little face?
So we have a choice. I belong to her now, or this is why I don't have any pets. True. I still remember the whenever you tried to use the internet, it sounded like a car alarm going off.
You're in good company.
Can we pet the cat?
American court hares are pretty affectionate, but she's a little, well, picky. If you want to try to pet her, just hold your hand out and let her sniff you. If she headbutts you, then you're safe. If she just stares at you, though...
Chad, here's where the whole thing goes off the rails, and I blow my one and only shot to pet the cat. But I'm willing to take that chance.
You hold out your hand to Sprite, waiting with bated breath for her reaction.
Boy, it's okay, sweetheart. I've got you. Sorry.
Well,
better luck next time. You, should probably step back a little bit just to be safe. Well, I'll be hearing about it from Kurt and Rod later once they notice the bottom of the curtains are ripped, I'm sure. Honestly, I think she's just acting out because she's upset about Davy.
Well, time to date a gun. In-game.
I was really hoping I'd be able to find them before it got too late. There's still a few more places I haven't checked, but I need to get back to the rescue. Things can really start to, unravel if I stay away for too long.
Is there anything that we can do to help?
Oh, that's kind of you to offer, but I'll figure something out. I'm sure you've got other things to worry about.
I want to help.
Are you sure?
Yes, Mateo, that's why I just said that I want to help. My guy.
Davy's my responsibility. It's my fault he's missing. I really should have been watching him more closely.
You gotta lighten up, man.
Animals depend on me.
Animals do be running off, you know?
It just doesn't feel right, asking someone else to fix my mistake.
Technically, he never asked. We volunteered. And he's not very good at accepting help.
Guilty. I guess I'm just used to being the one helping, not the other way around. And I can't be in both places at once.
Sometimes he can be a real wet blanket.
Alright, if you're really up for it, I do have something you could do. I put together some information on Davy to give to Phoenicia, just in case he didn't come back tonight. I was going to ask her if she'd make a post on Facebook about him and get the word out. But I haven't had a chance to talk to her yet since I was chasing down this little troublemaker instead. Do you think you could talk to her for me? I can give you the packet I made. It's got everything she'll need.
Always got a soft spot for
Really?
strays.
Me too, obviously. Betty keeps joking that I'm going to run out of space for them all.
Oh, we haven't shown her this stream, but Betty is the bed. Real shocker, I know.
I don't know about all that. I'm nothing special. It's just the right thing to do. When something needs help, well, you don't give up on it. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk your ear off there. Once I get started talking about them, it's hard to stop. If you're interested, you could always come by the rescue later and we could talk more.
I love that.
Great. Anyway, thanks for offering to help.
No problem, Mateo. I got you, my guy. Okay, so one of the reasons why I wanted to do this this interaction was this is an example of the types of dates you have, right? Where I talked about Dorian before, right? Where in order to get Dorian to... Dorian is one of the few cases where you start out with a result, right? The moment you talk to him, he friend zones you. That's it. You get the stat bonus, end of story. Except if you talk to every Dorian in the house and then talk to him again, and remember, you can only talk to each dateable once a day. So you have to, over 17 days, talk to every different Dorian. he ultimately sees, oh, you actually do care, and then we'll change to a love ending, right? That's an example of one of the side quests that you can have with a dateable. Sometimes it's just more straightforward, where you just talk to them once a day, like with the piano, for example. Well, no, piano's a bad example because piano has a long side quest thing you have to do. Some of them, like, oh, here's an example, like Lux, the light. Lux, the first time you talk to him, Lux is a streamer, by the way, in-game, and they're setting up for a stream and talking to their chat, and you kind of happen upon them, and they're kind of busy with chat, and you're trying to get their attention. Well, if you compliment them a whole bunch, they instantly fall in love with you. End of story. You can do it in one interaction. If you go back and talk to them after that, they break up with you. I don't know what they're trying to say about streamers and fickleness. A little hurtful. But in some cases, the dates are somewhat straightforward, like, Dante here, the fireplace. You talk to him a number of times. If you're choosing the correct options for the types of things that he likes, eventually he'll fall in love with you. Same thing with Dolly. Same thing with Koa, the couch, who we'll speak to in just a moment here to show this example. And in some cases, the dateables have a multi-tier, multi-day long thing you have to do. So like in the case of Wendelin, you have to talk to, I want to say it's 4 times on each facing window of the house. So for the north-facing windows, for the east-facing windows, for the south-facing windows, and for the west-facing windows, you have to talk to Wendelin 4 times before you reach an ending. With Dorian, you have to talk to him at every single Dorian location. In the case of Mateo, he's lost one of his fur babies. And you'll find them scattered around the house in different places. Sorry, Dorian. I don't actually remember where the one is. Oh, right. And some of them, like we're about to see here, Mateo gave us a packet to give to Phoenicia, our phone, for her to post on Placebook, which is the social media for things. So let's talk to Phoenicia.
Ooh, coming in hot. What you got for me this time?
Let's see here. Let's.
Any other time, I'd love to stop and bask in the.
We already have an ending with
but
Phoenicia.
I'm dying to know the sitch. You've got those urgency eyes. So, what's the deal?
So, we need to tell her about Mateo so that she can make a post,
You open with that?
and then a number of animals are going to start showing up around the house. We find them, and then bring them back to Mateo, and that ultimately completes his romance quest. So there is some fetch quests that you can do. It's not simply just talk to the people and choose the options, which I like that there is some variety, right? That can be a downside in a lot of dating sims, where you just talk to the character repeatedly until you ultimately get the outcome, and then you're done. So we tell her about Davy here.
Virtual keyboard before you've completed your thought.
Already typing something up as we speak. Did Mateo give you any helpful info I can put in here? Anything eye-grabbing? We need some cute buzzwords to get things' attention.
Sorry, I missed the my chat doesn't tell me when rewards have been redeemed, unfortunately. But there we go. Isaiah, welcome. Thank you for following. And posture check. I do be shrimping a lot because if you can't tell, I play from the comfiest, coziest spot in my house, and that's the bed. And also to hydrate. Hey, chat, this is a perfect point. If you have a beverage on you, don't forget to hydrate. Sorry about that, Isaiah. Shout out to you. Thank you for redeeming those channel points, homie. Okay, let's continue.
Perfect.
We have a whole
Leave it to
packet.
me, honey.
Phoenicia.
Animals are no joke. We'll get this baby home.
Also, another thing I wanted to talk about design, which I forgot until just now. I also love that each character, their outfit, their vibe, everything is designed around what they are. So you can see from Phoenicia here, she is a social media influencer. She's constantly posting and doing videos and stuff for Placebook. So she's got the little windows of her social media. But she's also the phone, so you can see the phone screen there, and the keyboard as her skirt, the slide to unlock as a belt. It's all a really, really nice touch. The character design for every single dateable is fantastic in this game.
Check in with Mateo to let him know. I don't think he checks socials very often.
Okay, so we've completed the first step of that quest. So, in order to continue it, we have to let Mateo know that everything's been posted, but we can only talk to him once a day. So, we can't talk to him again today to let him know. So that's where the progressive quest comes in, right? You have to remember, oh, I talked to this person about this, I talked to that one about that, and then you check up with them. You continue to check in. Yeah, because I don't think we have any of the inanimals shown up yet. Oh, I remember. I asked if there was any Demon Slayer fans watching tonight. If you're a fan of Demon Slayer and you like the character Nezuko, Abby Trott is also in this game, and she voices...
A well-muscled athlete stands before you, shifting restlessly
Mommy?
from one foot to the other.
Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
There's a strange air of anxiety to her, despite the broad smile plastered on her face. She seems a little too happy to see you.
Hey, what's up, pal? How are you?
I'm so good, my dude.
Hell yeah, Brosa Phoenix, that's what I'm trying to hear. Oh, I can't believe we're, like, actually talking now, pal. You've walked past me 1,000 times and never even looked at me, but that's
Well.
totally okay.
Okay, like, hey,
After all, I don't do this for the recognition.
in fairness, you generally don't look at the shelf, you look at the things on the shelf, unless the shelf is falling.
I'm just a humble shelf trying to grab life by the horns. Gotta carpe that diem, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, Drywall! I almost forgot to tell you my name.
That would be helpful. Go on then.
Okay, here I go. The name's Shelly. I'm your shelves.
Go figure. Shelly. A shelf.
Yo!
Hell yeah.
It's my job to hold your stuff up with my amazing muscles. I really enjoy doing it!
Why does it feel like you're trying to convince me you like it?
It's just my entire purpose. I love it, I promise.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it's really great to hear from you. This experience is 100% aligning with my years-long fantasy of meeting you. I've never truly been happier.
Did you think I was going to be cooler? Because,
Amazing. 10 out of 10 human being.
spoiler alert, I'm not cool.
This is going really great, actually. Not a disaster. I'm just gonna go for a completely unrelated reason. Later, doodly-doo.
Oh, Shelley. If it seems like Shelley is going through a lot, it's because she is. All right, chat. So, first person who picks out an item in the house or asks about a dateable, we will talk to them next. How about that? So, we just saw the laundry room. There's the kitchen. We have a dining room. We have the den. We have the living room. We have our office. We have the bathroom, which I know some of you were big fans of that shower. Refrigerator? You got it. I'd like to introduce you to our refrigerator, where the snacks at.
You'd hoped you'd meet your refrigerator, but it seems he's already busy with another guest.
The fridge is on the right.
Freddy, this is all rather dull.
How can you say that when you haven't heard the coolest part?
Regale me.
The point in which gelatin goes from a liquid to a solid. Can you guess the temperature?
Certainly.
Go on. Guess for me.
Chat. Freddy's a Yeti. He's an abominable snowman.
This human would like to essay an attempt.
Next to him, is our food. Quite possibly my least favorite character in the entire game. That is Mitchell Lynn, because it's a play on Michelin. He's a food critic, and he is, what's a good word? He's something. We'll put it that way. So, when does gelatin begin to cool below 60 degrees? At freezing? Well, at freezing it would freeze, right? And gelatin is always a soup. I say gelatin's always a soup. A hot dog is a sandwich, and gelatin is always a soup.
That's wrong, but
oh, look at the time.
Oh, I
must
bumped
be
the
on
button.
my way to a more interesting conversation.
Now alone, the massive Yeti turns his attention to you. You want to speak to him, but it takes you a few moments to process what you're seeing. Yep, that is indeed a Yeti. Massive, furry, and decked out in his finest winter wear.
Yep.
Huh. He ran like he didn't want to be here or something. But you, with the answers and the listening, that can only mean one thing.
That you're madly in love with me.
Yeah, but not in an official kind of way. It's that with you standing in the kitchen, I'm no longer the coolest thing in here.
I think he's got the wrong read on me, chat. It was kind of sweet,
That's
though.
me.
It was
I try
kind of
to be
sweet.
sweeter than
Let's
that
be
chocolate
honest.
bar you've been hiding from yourself inside the butter drawer for the past few weeks.
Well, he's found the chocolate stash. Cheese it. Everybody scatter.
Don't worry. I'll never tell. But really, to what does old Freddy here owe the pleasure of this visit?
Freddy Yeti. The good old fridge.
Oh, did you make another order to Food Fetch? What did you get this time?
I don't like that Freddy knows my ordering habits.
Did you order sushi? Oh, I love it when you get those little rolls that you have the tiny bubbles on top. No, wait. You know what we haven't had in a while? Burritos.
Yo, shout out to Cosmic Teapots and our whole discussion we just had about burritos in their chat. Good times. Any fans of Chipotle? Nopers? Nope.
But you might want to hold back on the beans because, well, you know why.
Freddy also knows about what burritos do to us. How dare. We're going there already, Freddy?
Hey, just telling the truth. So what are you doing here now? Oh, don't tell me. Let me guess. Are you feeling fancy today? You look fancy, cool kid. I bet you're feeling fancy.
Chad, are we fancy? You're fancy. Sometimes I'm fancy.
I got it. You ordered my favorite. That duck from the one place that I can never pronounce.
That would be,
Love duck.
What about rubber duck?
Rebel? Oh, that thing scares me.
So you can also date your rubber duck. And Rebel is one of the most foul-mouthed characters in the game, and I absolutely adore them.
Burger? Chicken tenders? Empanadas?
We got any chicken tendies fans?
Oh, I love when you use food fetch. The possibilities are endless. As endless as they can be within a 10-mile radius.
Truge. I love that we can hit the fridge with the "we have food at home" line.
Oh, sure. You sure do. You sound so adult, cool kid. We have food at home.
What did I say?
But I guess you do still have stuff left over from the last few food fetch orders.
What do I have?
What can we get you? We've got those leftovers from that Tie Me to the Moon place, the slice of cake from I Like Big Bunts, or the pizza from Pie on Life. Which will it be?
I forgot about that. I forgot about the cake place's name. I like Big Bunts, and I cannot lie. All right, chat, I'm going to leave this up to you. Because as we say at the top of every stream, get comfy, get cozy, grab a drink, grab a snack. If you could grab a snack from Freddy here, one snack, what would you get? Pad say, cake, some cold pizza, or not hungry? You got some Thai food, some cake, some pizza, or nothing? I'll wait. I'll catch up on chat. What do you want to eat, gamers? If nobody picks, I'll pick for you. There is a right answer here. All right, chat. 3. Speak now or forever hold your pizza. We're having pizza.
No such thing as a bad slice of pizza. I will say I was judging you a little when I saw the pineapple on it, cool kid. But I'll admit it smelled fantastic.
Yo, somebody find Freddy's Twitter and drag this man. How dare you besmirch pineapple belongs on pizza? Absolutely 100%. Pineapple is delicious, and if you haven't had it with black olives, you haven't lived. It's salty, it's sweet, it's fantastic. Throw a little green chili on there. Très magnifique. Pineapple on
Yes,
pizza is
me
my
too.
favorite.
I was testing you.
Uh-huh. Nice save, Freddy. He's already in love with us. Look at that. Look at that. Look at us.
Feel a beast of a love connection with you. Ah, just kidding, cool kid. It's not true love just yet, but still, I like your style. Man, that pizza, the way that cheese was stretching, I get shivers just thinking about it. So good. Za is a way of life. I know you eat it cold sometimes, but I can make a suggestion on how to make it better.
Go on.
Slide that leftover slice on a pan inside the oven on low. Let that cheese get all gooey again. Then the pizza will be perfection. Next time you're feeling peckish, you know where to find me, cool kid. I'll be here waiting.
There you go. So, another thing that I really appreciate about the game is sometimes you do have those love reactions, and sometimes the devs pull the rug out from under you. They hit you with the subversion of expectations, which is great in games because, you know, especially when there's 102 things for you to talk to and date in this game, it can run the risk of being repetitive, right? That's why some of the characters have fetch quests. That's why some of them have little side things and different ways to interact, like Textbox Chun wanting us to have awakened 80 datables at a certain point before we talk to her again. And in some cases, as is the case with Freddy, when we're talking about food, you get the love ending because he also actually loves pineapple on pizza, but they subvert that expectation that, oh, I got the love ending, I did it, except that your stats don't go up. And he's like, well, it's not true love yet, but I do love you. So I appreciate when they kind of throw those extra little subversions in there. I almost forgot the word. So we have notification dots. Let's clear those. And let's get ready for the next day. Because we're about 2 hours in at this point, chat. So that's typically when we like to take our break. But when we're going to go on break in just a moment. But when we do, we're going to switch games. Okay, when we come back from break, we're going to switch over to Stray Gods, the role-playing game musical. Specifically, we're going to do the Orpheus DLC because I haven't seen a whole lot of people do that. And we'll play through some Stray Gods. But I told you earlier about the ability to just end the game at any point. So we have awakened how many datables? Let's save right quick. So we have awakened 3 datables. We have awakened 67, realized 3. So let's go ahead and just say we'll call it good, right? What if we just said, you know what? We've dated enough of our things. Let's see what real life holds. Shall we? You ready, chat? What would happen if we just walked outside? Unless... There we go.
Are you thinking of leaving?
So, you can literally do this right as soon as you gain control of your character and pick up the date readers.
It isn't anything to be ashamed of. It can be quite stifling in here.
So let's see what happens if we leave. Not at the end of the game when we've awakened everybody and realized them and fully dated them and all of that. Let's just see. We'll do this. We'll take a break. And then we'll swap over to some Stray Gods.
Without a second glance, you open the door and leave this tiny, tiny overworld.
It's dangerous business, Mr. Frodo. Going out your front door.
There he is, billionaire David Most.
That?
I've seen so many photos of him, but no photograph has ever accurately captured the experience of standing in his presence.
That is our boss
Short,
of Valdivian.
Still manages to feel like he's taking up more space than he deserves. He glares at you, doing his best to look intimidating.
Well, well, well. I've got you. Hand them over.
And who are you?
Don't you know me from my wildly popular talks? I'm David Most, founder of Valdivian.
You look kind of funny.
I know. It's what gives me my unbridled aggressive tendencies. I'm here to take those date-viators. I want to date stuff all over the place. But I won't resort to physical violence, not after the lawsuits. So what are you going to do about it?
Well, this then shows one of the last things that I wanted to talk about. Throughout the game, at certain points with your datables, you will have different dialogue options that if you have a high enough stat, you can choose. So, for example, we have smarts, poise, and empathy. If we had 100 in any of those, we could use those options. However, they're grayed out because we don't have the high enough stats.
So what are you going to do about it?
So, we also don't have enough charm or sass or smarts.
So what are you going to do about it?
And so then you get stuck in a loop, right? If you choose one of the other options using a specs, you could get past David and keep the date-viators and move on. However, David has been looking for these glasses. They're a secret prototype that were sent to us. We're not supposed to have them, but Tinfoil Hat sends them so that we can experiment with the date-viators and keep them from David. If you leave your door without having done all the things and have high enough stats, we have to hand them over.
I will
Which
use
is
these for good.
an ending.
I will do so many good deeds.
There's not really a good ending. There's not necessarily a bad ending, right? This game has a few different variations of the ending.
With the date-viators in the hands of their true owner, the balance of goodness in the world seems to have shifted slightly.
Mm-hmm.
But all, hopefully, for the best. Your former boss, Tom, is here, the person you wish to see the least, ranking just behind David Most and your high school bully. But you can't even think about all that now, because your brain is still trying to process how this dreamy hunk could possibly be your dorky manager.
Hey, champ.
He waves at you in a way that is hopelessly corny, but also manages to show off his
So-
bulging pecs. What is going on here?
These are all of the characters that you saw
did your best.
in the workspace chat.
He gets down on one knee, taking your hand in his. It's hard not to notice just how much his massive, strong hand dwarfs yours in this moment.
Will you be my little champ? Forever and always?
So, there's the love option, there's a thirsty option, and there's a no option. As is often the case with these little vignettes at the end of the game, if you've been any kind of romantic towards your coworkers, or even necessarily talkative, right? If you're not outright rejecting them, then they show up here at the end. I'm going to be honest, chat. I don't like that Tom calls us champ. Not a fan. However, I mean, hear me out. Not a bad-looking cat. Let's go with the middle option.
Tom, you're really moving up in the world.
He rises to his feet, sweeping you up in his arms in a bridal carry.
Love has come for old Tom. I'll be on my way. Look out, world! Here comes Tom and his champ.
Here comes Tom and his champ, indeed. Against all belief, Tom is not only hotter than you ever could have imagined, but also an absolute god in the bedroom. He manages you until you can be managed no more, working closely with you to help you realize your full potential. You could do without him continuing to call you champ even in the throes of passion, but hey, he looks and sounds great doing it. And so you leave your home for the first time in what feels like weeks.
Actually, according to the in-game timer, it was 53 days. It's almost 2 months.
Though the world can be frightening, your new friends and lovers are there to welcome you with open arms.
Damon is always standing behind you.
Okay. So, for any dateable that you realize in the game, this is one of the things that I really enjoyed, was they give you this little epilogue, this little vignette for that character, so you can see what happens to them as a person, as a human in the real world, after you've awakened them from being an object. And this is very often what interactions with Damon are like.
Lucinda Limitless, the best human who ever lived, of course won every single award possible for her achievements. This led to the terms first place, gold medals, and fastest hot dog eater to be simply renamed Most Lucinda. But she always said her biggest award is earning your love.
Shout out to Lucinda.
Sinclair, the proverbial philosopher king, led humanity into a new era of prosperity. When you ask him his secret during your candlelit nights together, he quietly responds, turtles. Turtles all the way down.
Sinclair is a super fun character who he believes he's a human who is turned into a sink and was not a sink that you then make human.
Through the power of the Dateviators, you can see that there was love always around you.
And there we go. That's credits. So, I'm going to let this banger of a song play. Absolute banger of a song. We're going to take a break. Y'all enjoy the vibes. By all means, get your best dance emotes out, chat. It's time. This is a perfect time to get up, stretch, walk around, take any medication that you may need, refill your beverage, grab another snack, cycle your fluids, do all of the things to practice safe gaming and healthy gaming. And we will see you guys back here in just a few minutes. Take care.
Everything leads to love. Choose you. Give me love.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back from the break. I hope everybody had fun rocking out to the absolute banger of a song for that credit sequence. Of course, this was just a very small showcase of what you can do in this game. The people you can talk to, one of the possible endings you can get. You can see it shows you all of your different stat levels and things, all of the different endings, all of your different collectibles, your total playtime, all of that. And then it shows you what endings you got with each character, if you've discovered them, all of that. Now, you get an option for New Game Plus. It lets you start a new game with all the progress reset, except for your collectibles, of which there are a lot, and some collectibles you can't get in the same run. So, we can save our progress, which would save over everything. So, we're not going to do that because this was just a showcase, and at some point, this is a game that I've largely played off stream and may want to go back to. So we're just going to choose no there. But we are going to swap over games now and do some Stray Gods. Let me make sure. Okay, we should have everything set for the stream info. Let me just swap games chat. We'll be right back.